Good evening, good morning, and welcome to our third episode of the IQ Club Talk Show. My name is Zviks, and I'm going to be your host tonight. Joining us on stage will be the winners of the SIiZ Has Talent competition, the Ohio Group. This program is implemented as a part of the Welcome to Poland project that was funded by the National Agency for Academic Exchange, also known as NAVA. We've got an exceptional number of guests lined up for us tonight. They've traveled from all corners of the globe, and they've graciously accepted our invitation here at the IQ Club at the University of Information Technology and Management. Right, without any further ado, my first guest tonight is a man from all nations. He's a global citizen. He's traveled all over the world. He really enjoys life. He's got a really unique way of doing things. He comes from the Kingdom of Morocco. Without further ado, Mohammed'em Mzabi'm. Hey, Maroka, how are you doing? Sit, bro. We'll have a good time. Don't worry. Yep, so let's start from the beginning. Your real name is Mohammed.
Yes.
But that's not what most people call you. Your nickname is Morocco.
Morocco, exactly.
Yeah. So tell me, how does that happen that your nickname is your country?
Well, my nickname from my country comes when I was in English club. Yep. And they told me you should present your country and show us your monument and the special place in my country. So in that moment I was with my friend, and my friend he makes this presentation, and I didn't help him. So during this showing the presentation and show the presentation, I was just commenting, and my comment it was just Morocco. This is Morocco.
Yeah, I remember that the whole time. You just Morocco, yeah.
And from that moment, all people they call me Morocco.
Just like that.
Yes,
so do people actually know your name is Mohammed, or everybody calls you Morocco?
No, all people they call me Morocco.
All right, and that's your nickname now, and,
yes,
and it's stuck.
And I am happy with this nickname. It looks very nice.
Yeah, it fits you. I'll tell you that your country is your name. There's not a lot of people like that. Nobody calls me Zimbabwe or something crazy. But cool. Very interesting. Okay, so Morocco, tell me, what brought you to Poland? Because you're from Morocco, yeah? It's north of Africa, totally different world from here in Poland. Why did you come here?
So, well, my idea comes when I was student of science physics.
Okay, so that's what you were studying before?
Yes, I was student of science, physics and mathematics in Morocco University. And in my third year, I start to make some business selling products online via eBay and also Shopify, but I was focusing especially in eBay. I was from the top sellers in France because I was selling these products especially in France, not so worldwide. Yeah. I was selling this mask, the Casa de Papel.
The series, the Netflix series, yeah, it's quite popular. I think I watched it in like a weekend. It's one of those you just binge the whole time.
Yes, it was the idea. Just watched this film. I saw all people talking about it. It was a good product. Yeah. It was also a good idea. I invested my money for this product, and I earned so much. In that moment, I explore my passions for what I want to be. So I want to be an entrepreneur, make business, and so on and so on. So in that moment, I start to search for another university to study business and management or something like that. In Morocco, it was very hard, especially if you want to study there, you should study with French, not with English. And I want international certificate. My high school, it was expired because after 2 years, your high school expired. Got it. So in that moment, I have a brother here in Poland. He told me. Oh, you got a brother here? Yes, exactly. Oh, nice. Okay. So he told me this idea about UITM. There is a university. You can continue here. You will have an international certificate. And I say, why not? I apply. Just like that. Yes. Now, did your brother send you some pictures? Did you know what it looked like? You didn't even know. You didn't know what it looked like. Did you know how to say Rzeszów when you came? No, nothing. I never heard about Rzeszów or even Poland. Oh, really? Yes. But you just took the flight, yeah? Yes, exactly. How did your family in Morocco and your friends react when you said, I'm going to Poland? Well, they was all of them shocked because I never spoke with them that I will go abroad or something. So they were surprised, but all of them they like it. in the end.
All right, so tell me, how was the transition from life in sunny, warm Morocco to Poland, where it's maybe not so sunny and maybe not so warm? How was that for you?
If you want to speak about that, I was living in Fez, and it's the warm city also in Morocco. It was
What's the normal temperature in summer?
Normal, it's 43, 45.
43 degrees, 45,
so
yeah? So just like Poland.
No, for me, Poland in the summer is like winter in Morocco.
Really? So Polish summer is Moroccan winter, so that must have been tough.
Exactly.
Like, did you have like a proper jacket and stuff when you moved here?
Yes, they told me, my brother told me it's very snowing and very cold. You should have big jackets, and I bring a big jacket,
the biggest
like
one
a beer,
you know, covered up, bulletproof. All right, and you like the snow? Do you like the cold?
Yes, because when I was living in Morocco, in summer you cannot breathe. You know, your nose you want to burn. It's very high temperature. Yeah. You cannot walk during afternoon, like at 12 or 2 p.m.
Really?
It's
so
very hard,
it's not so comfortable.
And it was my dream to live in somewhere very cold.
Yeah.
And I saw my dream. It
came true. All right. So how long have you been here? You've been here for what now?
2 years. I am
2 years. Okay.
And 3 months like that.
Yeah, almost 2.5 years, we'll say. So are you still enjoying the cold, or is it time to?
No, I came just to the show like that. So
really? Is that true? Is that a true story? Because I'm pretty sure I saw your jacket in the back, but we won't talk anymore about
you
that.
You can share.
Yeah. Okay, so you've adjusted to it, you'd say. Okay, nice. And your friend group here in Poland, are there many Polish people, international people, Moroccan people?
When I came very late to Poland. I came in December and the studies start in October. Yeah. But with the English club, it was here in university, he helped me to accumulate and to find other friends. I have many friends from Thailand, from Ukraine, from Bulgaria, from Zimbabwe,
really nice.
And so on and so on. It's multi-international friends, and with different skills, talents, and you can learn many experience from them.
So tell me, what's your favorite thing about being here in Poland so far?
My favorite things? Yeah. My favorite things is to make businesses, and as we know, Poland is a fast growth economy. Yeah. And we know in Rzeszów, especially after 10 years, you will be a big city in Poland, and that can, if you want, it should be now establish your business and to sacrifice for it. After 10 years, you will take a benefit for that.
Cool. So business is something you're very passionate about, yeah? Yes, is there anything you're doing right now in terms of businesses? Can we ask, or is it a secret?
You can ask. From now, I own 2 restaurants.
2 restaurants?
Yes.
Wow. Can I get a discount later?
Yes.
Listen, we're on camera, so you can't say no. So you have to say yes. Yeah?
For you, everything is
That's
free.
It. All right. All right. 2 restaurants. Yes. Where are the restaurants? And And would you ever want to do like a Moroccan restaurant here? Or?
Yes, it will be a Moroccan, like Moroccan tacos. Yeah. It's especially delicious with the meat and fries inside with a special sauce. I will not tell the name of the sauce.
We'll talk off camera, no problem. Yeah, we'll discuss later. Yeah.
Yes. So like that.
Tell me, what's something that really shocked you when you moved here? That you were like, oh wow, I'm in a different country, or like, wow, that's Polish people do that. We don't do that in Morocco. What is something that surprised you?
I think religion.
Yep.
Yes, because I came from different religion, Islamic and here Christianity. I think that's it. I don't.
And it's been okay for you to adjust, or?
Yes, for me it's normally, and to show the tolerance exactly.
Of course.
And as the God say in Quran, if we speak, that He say we create you different peoples and. To know each other. Yep. So in this life we need to know each other and to explore to other cultures.
Great, okay, thanks Morocco. And last question before I let you go. 3 words to describe your time here in Poland, just 3 words.
Business, passions, I think love.
Love. Love.
Yes.
All right, we'll leave it on that. We won't talk about that. We'll save it for the next episode. But
Yes.
thank you so much, Maroka. It's been a
Thank you.
pleasure to have you, and it's been a really good chat. And I wish you all the best with your business endeavors. We'll
you,
speak
you
about
too.
me investing a couple, 10, 20 zlotys into it, and I'm looking for good returns. Yeah, and maybe I'll
Okay.
come visit your restaurant as well. So
Okay.
thanks,
Thank
Maroka.
you so
It was a
much.
pleasure.
Have a good day.
That was Mohammed'em Mzabi'm, or Morocco, telling us a bit about his life here in Poland and his businesses and what he's been doing. And I'm going to hand you guys over to the higher group.
Zamknięta w przestrzeni, z Twoich słów utworzona, bez tlenu i siebie. Palcami wystukujesz moje myśli, jak zagrasz, ja zatańczę. Zamknięci w przestrzeni, patrzymy przed siebie. Ja dostrzegam wszystko, a ty lepiej nie wiedzieć. Świat posypie, a my w nim. Ile jeszcze lepiej nie być niż milczeć. I tak się świat posypie, a my w nim.
That was Ohio with another stellar performance. Thank you, guys. They say dynamite comes in small packages, and there's no better way to describe our next guest. She's coming all the way from Ukraine. Put your hands together for Anastasiią Meretin. Welcome, Nastya.
Thank you, Zviks.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Thank you.
We'll start easy. Yeah. Ukraine. That's where you're from. Born and raised there. Which city are you from in Ukraine?
From Kyiv region.
Yeah, from Kyiv. Now, for those people who don't know, how far is that from Rzeszów?
It's 800 kilometers.
Ooh, okay. So, what brings you to Poland?
I wanted to study.
Yeah.
Like I graduated from the school, and I wanted to go somewhere, and preferably to international environment. And I decided Rzeszów because I found the university here, and the studies were in English, and I liked English, and I just decided to come here to study.
Great. What are you studying? What program are you doing?
Aviation management.
Aviation management. And now, did you choose that because you like aviation, or was that just something?
Yeah. It's like a relative stuff because my father is a pilot, a military pilot.
Wow.
And they encouraged me, like my parents encouraged me to come here to take this program and this course. And yeah, I like it.
Has your dad ever taken you in the air? Like, have you gone flying with your dad before? Like
not with my dad.
Okay.
Not with my dad.
Cool, but
it was a military like.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
that's really cool. And now you're here in Rzeszów. So Ukraine and Poland, obviously neighboring countries. So I'm guessing the culture's a bit similar, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So
just the cuisine a little bit different.
Okay. So how was it for you adjusting from life in Ukraine to life here in Poland?
Oh, to be honest, nothing special. Like
Yeah.
I just came and just the roads are different.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and the cuisine, but everything else is the same. And you know, I knew the language.
Oh, you knew the language already?
Yeah, I studied Polish for 8 months, I guess.
Wow, you studied Polish for only 8 months and you could speak it just like that?
Yeah, it's really like similar.
Similar to
languages.
Ukrainian?
Yeah, it's like 60% of Ukrainian is
Wow.
Polish.
Okay, because I've been like studying Polish for 2 years and I'm still on the high
yeah,
and goodbye.
you're from a different environment.
Wow, so it was pretty easy for you to transition,
yeah.
and there's quite a lot of Ukrainians here as well in Rzeszów in Poland.
To be honest, I don't know.
Okay, right.
I mostly communicate with people from other countries.
All right, so tell me about your friend group. Where are your friends from?
Same as Morocco's.
Yeah.
And my friends are mostly international and from Zimbabwe, from Poland, from Italy, from US, from Ukraine, obviously, you know, from Bulgaria.
Well, you got friends from all over the world, huh?
Yeah,
Lots of people to visit after studies. So, what do you like most about having such a diverse friend group? How fun is that for you, like just having friends from all over the world?
It's cool. You know, you get to know other languages, you get to know other traditions, religion. It's really interesting because, you know, I've never had an experience to communicate with other people, like from different countries.
Yeah.
And I came here and like I had friends only from abroad, and I got to know like a lot of stuff from different cultures and from languages, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that must have been a really nice experience for you. I'm sure to interact with all these people from, you know, far places like Morocco, Vietnam, you name it. All right, nice.
Really nice experience.
Yeah. You mentioned walking. Now, I know you are an avid fitness fanatic. You love the gym and you like to do all sorts. So how has that been for you? Because now obviously gyms have been closed for a long time now.
Yeah.
And how has that been for you adjusting to? Because you were very active before, right?
Yeah.
And now you don't have that opportunity anymore. So how's that been?
At first, when the quarantine started, I was doing my workouts at home. And when it was warmer, when the spring came, we went outside to work out, you know, to run, to do some exercises. And then the lockdown went even harder and we weren't able to go out at all. And the police were going around. And so we just were working out at home, just, you know, stretching and doing some exercises. So.
You've been quite disciplined, and I struggle with the home workouts. I really loved having the chance to leave my home or finish work, finish university, finish classes, you know, go to the gym, just that activity of going to another place to work out. Now when I'm working out in the same place, I eat, sleep, and read, it's like, oh gosh. Yeah.
I changed the room from mine to my friend's room, you know.
Okay, just so you have a bit of that feeling, huh?
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
Exactly. And we were exercising on the balcony also, so you know we were just
on
going
the balcony?
out.
How big is your balcony?
Nah, like a couch.
Okay. On the size of this couch? I mean, you fit
like 2 couches, I guess.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
The neighbors must have been looking at you a bit weirdly. Like, what are they doing?
I don't care.
All right. Fair enough. Good on you. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, just on the 2 couches, just like that. That's the size of your balcony.
Yeah, and there were 3 of us on that balcony.
It wasn't just you.
Yeah, that was me, my boyfriend, and my friend.
So there were 3 of you.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm still failing to understand how you fit on such a small space, but hey, whatever works for you guys, and as long as you
it takes like this space, you know, just to work out on the same place. We weren't like laying down. We were just, you know, exercising, doing push-ups and sit-ups.
All sorts, huh? Cool.
Yeah.
So would you look to continue your studies? Because this is your last year, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, so you're graduating this year.
Yeah. I guess I will take a gap year after that one, or even 2, until the pandemic finishes, because I don't see any sense studying online. And, you know, to continue my studies online, and I guess I will take the gap year, but then I would like to go to university in Germany.
Okay.
For my faculty, there's aviation management, the university where all those professors from Germany come from, and I would really love to go to that university.
All right, so Germany is the next stop after Poland. And your gap year, would you like to take it here, back home in Ukraine, or you're not sure, you just mix it up?
I don't think I will return back to Ukraine.
Okay.
I guess I would say it's either Poland or some other country. Probably I will try something like over the ocean. Over the ocean,
okay, yeah. What did you have in mind?
Probably Canada.
Canada, that is far from home. Is that like been a childhood dream? Tell me about it. Why Canada?
I don't know, it just came out of my mind like a few months ago, and I was just thinking about it, and you know, I like talking English, and I was thinking about the country that talks English. Yeah. And whereas the English is the first language, and I was also thinking about Germany, and I even started to learn German, but you know, I'm not sure about that.
Tell me, most fun memory you've had here in Poland, just in general, maybe with your friends, or I don't know, you started smiling there, so I hope it's something you can share with us.
Oh, that was on the English club, during the English club, and I didn't invent it, but I just, I came up with an idea to try a truth and dare game. Okay. All of you know that.
Yeah, I kind of remember, but tell the audience what happened.
Okay, so I took the pieces of the papers and I wrote truths on one cap, and I wrote it theirs. I wrote theirs on the and I put it on a different cap, and people were choosing the truth or dare, and you know, the questions were not so simple. Okay, yeah, they were complicated. It was kind of personal and kind of complicated, and so people could talk more in English, but it was funny. It was funny. There were a lot of some moments where, for example, my friend should have snapped the other friend with the hand, or you know. It's
a bit violent now for English club, isn't it? Yeah, people hitting. Does the university know about what's going on here?
No, it wasn't like violence, but it was funny. Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
So just moments like that with your friends, yeah. Yeah. Sounds like you've had a really good time, a really good experience with your friend group. Okay, last question.
Okay.
Your time in Poland in 3 words.
International. Enjoyable. And new experience, but it's a 4th word.
Oh, we'll allow
experience.
Yeah, okay, so international, enjoyable,
experience,
and an experience.
Yep.
Okay, Nastia, it has been a pleasure to have you, and thank you for the wonderful discussion. Wishing you all the best, whether you manage to go all the way up to Canada or in Germany or wherever. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to succeed wherever you go. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. That was Anastasiią giving us a bit of a perspective on her time here in Poland. Now, without further ado, last but definitely not least, this next guest hails all the way from, you guessed it, Vietnam. He's got a bit of a tongue twister of her name, so bear with me, guys. I'm only going to say his first name, but I hope by the end of the show we're able to say it together. Without any further ado, put your hands together for Duong'iem. Take a seat.
Thanks, bro.
My man, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. I mean, look at you.
Yeah, I try sometimes.
I still remember the guy who forgot the memo in the inaugurations.
I don't know what you're talking about. Right.
You're the only one wearing the red t-shirts.
I will cut that part out. Duong'iem.
Yes.
That's your official name?
That's my legal name, yes.
Okay, but that's not your whole name?
Yes, that's definitely not my whole name.
Right. Just so I don't butcher it, let's go with your full name.
Yeah, so, but full disclosure, in Vietnamese, we say our last name first and our first name last.
You say your last name first and your...
Yes.
Say it
we
again?
say our last name first and our first name last.
Now,
So-
is there a reason for that?
Because that's how the language works. It's a very different language.
Okay.
Yeah, so my name actually has 4 different words and 4 different syllables.
Uh-huh.
Each of them is a separate syllables. And you may have heard of other Vietnamese before. Like we have a lot of Vietnamese that share one common last name.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, but history aside, there's like 60% of Vietnamese have the same last name.
Doesn't that confuse you a bit, though?
No, we can tell each other apart.
With the same name?
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right.
So
Okay.
yeah, my full name is Duong'iem Manh Thai Nguyen'em. But
Right.
yeah, like you introduced before, was Duong, which is what my mom and dad would call me usually.
Yeah.
But I think we all call me with a different name.
Yeah, we all know you by Panda, but one more time, just slower. Your full name.
So Nguyen
Yeah?
Manh Thai Nguyen'em.
What a tongue twister. Well, hopefully our audience will be able to master it by the end of the talk. We'll give them a bit of a quiz at the end. All right. I'll just call you Panda.
Yes,
As always.
Mm-hmm.
You've come all the way from Vietnam.
Yeah.
What brings you to Poland?
Well, you want the original version or the funny one?
Whichever one suits you.
Well, okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna go with the original version. Well, there's a thing that in Vietnamese we say with these 2 words, which somewhat means the same meaning as the word faith in English. So in Vietnam we call it duyên phận. But for me, it's basically a really stroke of luck that I end up in Poland, because well, I found out about this program called aviation management.
Yep.
When I was working back home, actually, and I was working at an airport. And throughout the course of my years spending working at the airport, a lot of people advised me, like, because I didn't study anything about aviation at all. And just a lot of them professionals, like from all over the world, they meet me and they have somewhat the same advice that if I have a chance, I should go study about it. So I would start looking for like a year or so, and then I found out a program in Poland, which is in UITM, and I just tell myself, okay, maybe this is my chance to go study abroad, because I'd never been abroad before, like for a long time. Vacation, yes, but never.
Not like a full-time stay like
yes.
that. Yeah.
So just so happened, I have a year. I give myself a year actually, prepare everything, save up some money, and then pack my bags, and yeah, now I'm here.
Did you know much about Poland before you came here?
Only some part of history.
Yeah, just okay, the historical stuff.
Yeah.
And how did your family react when you say, okay, I'm going to Poland, to Rzeszów?
Wow. Okay. First thing first, they didn't even know what the city was.
Yeah.
They don't even know where it was. I just showed them the website, the name of the town. Like, okay, I'm going here, and I obviously have to show them even like Google Maps and Street View. Okay, this is where I'm gonna be.
Yeah. Okay.
So just in case you know where I'm studying, and yeah, the reaction is just, there's not so much like surprise, because they always know that I wanted to go somewhere.
Okay.
Because my older brother, he spent 2 years studying in the UK. So
all right. So he'd been abroad as well.
yes. So and I always wanted to go ever since I was like 12 years old.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting. So You're here doing aviation management, right?
Yeah, general aviation.
General aviation management. And how much longer do you have left with your program?
I think I have around 3 to 4 months left.
All right, so you're on the last stretch, huh?
Yes.
Coming towards the end.
Yeah.
All right, so you've been here for a while. We'll say 2 and a bit years, almost 2.5 years. 2.5 years. How's the transition been from Vietnamese culture to Polish culture?
It's quite a drastic change, to be honest.
Really? How so?
Because it's completely different cultures. In Vietnam, well, not to mention the atmospheres and everything, which we'll come to that later. But the culturally speaking, there's so much different. The language is different, the food are different, the habits, the behavior of people are also different. Because in Vietnam, even though there's around 100 million people in Vietnam, anywhere I go, I would feel like as if I know these people.
All right.
Because even though we never met before, and they are really, really friendly. I'm not saying that Polish people are not friendly, because many of my friends, they're really great people, but it feels a lot different because first, even in the language itself. In Vietnamese, we have around 17 to 18 different pronouns you can use to call other people.
So how's your Polish, by the way?
When I look at you, I can see my level of Polish.
Okay.
So somewhat the same, right?
Yeah. So not very good.
Yes.
You can order your bread and your chicken.
At least that, and tell them to like I pay by card, not by cash.
Card or cash, all right.
Save the trouble.
That's all you got, And any culture shock when you arrived, when you're like, whoa, this is so different, or anything like that?
Actually, I did have culture shock, but it didn't hit me up until around like 3 to 4 months in.
Okay, well, you were here for a while.
Yeah.
So how was that?
It was a bit of a slow burn at first. Like, I didn't notice it at first, and then I thought, oh, okay, so people don't usually do things like in Vietnam where everybody greet each other with a smile.
Yeah.
And then, and also, of course, I'm as a foreigner here. Like sometimes it's, you get certain looks like, oh wow, I never seen a Vietnamese person or Asian people before. So there are people of surprises. So
it's a bit of a colder culture, maybe.
Yeah. There's a bit of difference there between the interactions from one person to the other. So yeah, that's the main thing actually. But other than that, I don't feel any like any drastic impact on the way I behave because most of my friends here are internationals. So.
Yeah. You got friends,
including you.
Yeah, well, I'm a very lucky guy. So your friend group is guys that you study with mainly.
Yes.
From all over. How's that been having international friends that also are going through the same thing as you? Maybe just they didn't come from Vietnam, but still, it's a new environment. How was that for you?
Oh, it's been wonderful. Yep, it's been wonderful because it's somewhat of a dream come true for me. Like I could say quite a literal dream come true because I dreamed about this for a long, long time. And just so happened I met so many great friends and, either Polish or from anywhere else, which is, I don't think, is a really like a significant stroke of luck for somebody like me to have that many friends from so many countries and not just in one continent, all over the world, like all different continents. I think the only one missing is Antarctica. So. Oh,
okay. You can go make friends with the penguin and then you'll be sorted.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the next place.
All right, cool, Panda. I know you do a bit of work with an organization called InPro.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so it's a non-profit organization, non-governmental organization, sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, and they basically they help with the interactions of different cultures, different internationals within WSIiZ'u and even more so within Europe. And yeah, I've been with them since mostly on and off, but quite often since December 2018, so 2 months after I got here.
Wow, okay, didn't waste time.
Yeah, and it's been great. It's been great. They provide me with a lot of like chances to interact and learn and study about different cultures, go to different places.
Okay.
And before all of before everything got shut down, as well, where we are now, I got a chance to go to so many different countries that I don't even dream of. But I think for me, I'm probably one of the lucky ones because thanks to my travel, or thanks to my interaction with so many international people, that I have a lot of friends that also share the same experience, but they live in different countries.
Okay.
So we organize like movies nights together. Like one guy from that's living in New York, one guy is here, and another friend is living in France, and we watch movies together every few weeks. I have calls with friends from home, my friends in Malaysia, or a lot of different people. So
one of the nice things about the 21st century is everybody's so well connected, right?
Yes, that's the best thing about it.
Just a call away.
Yeah, just a way to make the best out of the situation at hand.
Great. Okay. So that's what you've been doing with Impo, and I know you also hosted a program called Open Cafe?
Yeah.
How was that?
It's a common space for international within WSIiZ'u itself. On the smaller scale is within WSIiZ'u, and that people have a space, common space that come every week for at least 2.5 hours, so they can talk, they can share their experience, or they will have different topics that people can discuss. Something that, a neutral space for everybody to speak to each other, especially in English. And it's something that also run by a few other countries in Europe as well. They share the same program, and they do it in Greece, in Netherlands, in Sweden. So it's part of the
so there's
program.
like a whole community of you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's a whole community of you.
Yeah.
All doing the same program.
Yeah.
All right.
And tackle different social problems that people rarely talk about, for example.
Great. Okay. And tell me, we didn't discuss this before, but you mentioned a bit like that Vietnam and obviously Poland are different culturally. What about weather-wise? How's that been for you?
Oh, I miss the sun, man.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I miss the most.
I can relate. I'm from a warm place too. So.
We're both from a warm place, just different direction. You're from the south, I'm from the east. So and I mean, I'm fine with the cold. Yeah, the first time I saw snow was in 2018, which I feel like a 4-year-old.
How was your first experience with snow?
Speechless.
Yeah? Yeah,
just like, what is this slow falling water that just landed on my hand?
From the sky. Did you take lots of pictures for back home? Or?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I sent so many pictures to my friends, to my old co-workers, and they're so jealous of me.
I'm sure. So do you like the snow in general, or?
I like it when it's fun.
Okay.
When it gets too cold and gets too snowy, then no.
No, okay, so just for a bit and then...
Yeah, that's it, that's enough. Like my tropical, the tropical like personality within me, like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah, all right.
I need something warm, I need like soup, sun, Yeah, so and a lot of like vitamin D's during the day, but during winter when there's snow, we don't have that much.
It's tricky,
Yeah.
I know you're also an avid photographer. How did you get into that?
Oh, that's quite simple actually. I got into that because when I was in high school, we did a lot of things in high school. We did plays, we did singing. We had a lot of memories in the class, it was a big class. We have like 58 different people in one class alone. And there was a lot of fun times. And I started bringing this small point and shoot camera to class, and I start taking pictures of my friends or videos of my friends that we're just having fun. And somehow it grew on me that, maybe it's one of the ways that I can savor many of these memories. And then I got into photography since 2009. And it just kind of grew from there, from like a hobby to, there was a time where I do it like semi-pros. I start earning money from it as well. So now it's just something I do to express myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you take your camera with you everywhere you go, huh?
Every chance I get. Yeah, that I feel inspired, I would take it with me.
So this is a hobby you're going to keep on having for life,
and I hope I can turn it into something even bigger.
Yeah, really? One day would you look to doing that like professionally maybe even?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, because, there's nothing better than making a living out of something that you love.
Yeah, that you enjoy.
Yes,
yeah.
that you're passionate about.
If you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life, right?
Exactly.
That's the saying.
That's what it is.
Okay, so you're studying aviation, you're really passionate about photography. Any other hobbies or interests that you want to tell us about?
Cycling.
Cycling,
That's one of my favorite pastime activity.
Okay.
Because, when I was younger, we were, let's say, not that, we don't have a lot of money. Mm-hmm. My first bike was actually a second-handed bike that I got from my cousin.
That's what family's for, right?
Yeah, and I ride that bike every 2 hours. I do a figure 8 in front of my house because there was not a lot of space for us. So I just do that in front of my house. And it just kind of grew on me. I actually have my own bike back home that every weekend I went out for 2 bike rides, 35 kilometers around my city. And then I continue doing that here as well. And it's just feel really free, when you ride your bike, and if you're tired, you stop pedaling, but somehow you're still moving.
Okay.
And that's kind of my philosophy in life is that even when you stop pushing yourself, you are still on the move because that's
always
how it
forward,
works.
Huh? Keep on
always
moving
keep moving forward.
I like that. That. Vietnam, how's the transport system there compared to here?
Is one word? No, it's a combination of 2 words. It's organized chaos.
Organized chaos in Vietnam, huh?
Yes. Yeah? Personally, I've been in 7 different accidents.
Oh, wow. And,
Yeah.
you're still here to tell the story. You got all your limbs together?
Yeah, or just one bad knee.
One bad knee.
And I land on my face twice.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
so-
seem to have recovered.
Yeah.
So I guess do you prefer what we have here in Poland with the buses, the trams, or you still miss your scooter?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy public transportation. It's a really good incentive to use transportation instead of personal transportation, which we don't have in Vietnam. Like the only thing you can tell if the bus is coming is that you kind of like have to guess in Vietnam.
It's a bit
Is
of
it coming or
intuition.
is it not coming?
Yeah, it's the same in Zimbabwe. It's a feeling,
yeah, exactly. You measure
I think
the wind.
it's 10 minutes away. All
It's
right.
a bit humid today, so maybe it's a bit slower, But yeah, here I enjoy public transportation a lot, but I do miss my bike.
Yeah, there's no thrill in just taking the bus,
Yeah, exactly.
right? Looking at the app and, okay, 5 minutes.
Or maybe if you go on a date and then, oh, I'm late, right? You need to pick up your date. You're not going to be able to make it in time on the bus.
Yeah. It's different. It's different. What's one thing that you would take back from Poland back to Vietnam?
In general, in my personal experience,
For you.
for me, it would be a sense of camaraderie.
Okay.
Because despite all the negative side of things, there's always some bad things going on around. But I like to look on the bright side of things. Is that there's camaraderie is that the people that you meet, the story that you learn, like me as a photographer as well, is the smile that I save on my photos. I want to bring that with me. It's some sort of a message. Is that people are different, but they are the same at the same time, right? So I want to bring that back to Vietnam so that more people can get exposed to different cultures, different languages, different habits. Maybe they can always learn something new.
And is there anything that you did in Vietnam or way something was done that you like to bring back here? Maybe the public transport, like you said, or okay, don't mention the weather, but something different, something that
so
you like.
from Vietnam to Poland,
the food, right? Yeah.
Just look at me, man. I'm the production of Vietnamese food.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How different is it? What's different?
Oh, Vietnamese food is basically is not that sophisticated.
Okay.
It's about balance.
All right.
It's not bland. It's not too salty. It's not too spicy.
All right.
It's not too sour. But it's all up to you. But the person who cooked the food will try to meet your balance. Everything is in one small packages. And whether you would want to decide is it spicy, is sour, is salty, it's up to you.
Okay. And
so, in a sense, it's kind of it's embracing you somehow.
And here it's not the same.
I mean, maybe they have different philosophy, but you can only do so much with potatoes. Come on now.
You can only do so much with potatoes. Yeah, they do love a good potato here. They do love a good
and
potato.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. 3 words to describe your time here in Poland.
I'm going to keep it simple. Friends, adventures, explorations, basically.
Friends, adventures,
or more like self-exploration, but yeah. It's
self-exploration.
Yeah.
All right, Pan. And do you see yourself staying here for a bit longer, or does the adventure take you somewhere else?
It's a big world, man.
Yeah?
And it's just a start.
Just a
We
start.
both know that.
All right, we'll end it on that. Thank you so much for today, man.
You.
It's been a pleasure. One more elbow bump. There we go. Yeah. All right, guys, give it up for Panda. Thank you. That was Panda telling us a bit about his life here in Poland. That brings an end to our show. I'd like to thank the audience that's been here watching live with us, and you who've been watching back home. And one last time, to leave you with a bit of a treat, the Ohio group.
Słucham szmerów w sercu, niezabliźnionych myśli, nieobjętych wieści, żadną tajemnicą. Nie uciskasz nerwów, nie wędrujesz dalej, spadasz w otchłań maki, a ja się uciskasz nerwów, nie wędrujesz dalej, spadasz w otchłań maki, a ja się wydostaję. Przetaczam się ku górze, nad brzegi wnet wystaję i wtedy z maki tchnienia mogę się oddalić. Przetaczam się ku górze, nad brzegi wnet wystaję i wtedy z maki tchnienia mogę się oddalić. Nie uciskasz nerwów, nie wędrujesz dalej, spadasz w otchłań maki, a ja się wydostaję. Nie uciskasz nerwów, nie wędrujesz dalej, spadasz w otchłań maki, a ja się wydostaję. Igrzyska śmierci spowodujesz, że ja będę czuła się wybrana. Igrzyska śmierci spowodujesz, że ja będę czuła się wybrana. Igrzyska śmierci spowodujesz, że ja będę czuła się wybrana. Nie opuszczę swego ciała, nie opuszczę swego ciała. Nie uciskasz nerwów, nie wędrujesz dalej, spadasz w otchłań maki, a ja się wydostaję. Nie uciskasz nerwów,